All right, let me mute everybody. So this is the first week of your training. Exciting. So first off, I kind of wanted to just remind you guys that remember the sugar detox group starts on Monday. So tonight would be a good night to post about it, and also on Sunday. Remember, just all they need to do is just sign up for free coaching through you, and I will be creating the group most likely tomorrow or Saturday. And once I create it, I'll post it in the mentorship group, and you guys can add people from there. Also, I don't know how many of you just caught the live feed that I did. I've talked about it on the team calls the past couple that I've done, that we're going to be doing a team-wide 3-day refresh if anybody wants to do it. It's not mandatory, but it's a really easy way to show proof that the product works, because it's only 3 days. It really does give you really good results, but if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, do not do it. And do not recommend for anybody to do it if they are either. But it's only 3 days. It's going to be from the 15th to the 17th, so it's going to be right after Valentine's Day. So ideally, you'd want somebody to order by like the 8th or the 9th, just to make sure that they got everything in time. And the 3-day refresh challenge pack is on sale this month, so it would be a good idea to offer the 3-day refresh challenge pack, because it's only $10 more than Shakeology. So they would get that full bag of Shakeology plus 30 days of Beachbody On Demand plus the 3-day refresh. Okay, so today, since it's week 1, you guys are brand new mostly. There's been a lot of new coaches lately, so that's really exciting. And I want you guys first off to know that it is very, very, very easy to get overwhelmed as a new coach. There's a lot to learn, just like any job. Like if you were to go start training in a job, you would feel overwhelmed because you just feel like a chicken with your head cut off. That's what coaching feels like, except a little bit crazier, because you're actually your own boss. You don't have somebody telling you, do this, do this, do this. So understand and know that it's totally normal what you are feeling if you're feeling overwhelmed, and definitely reach out to your coach and to the group to make sure that you are supported through that when you feel frustrated or anything like that. And the thing that I really want to talk about, especially with new coaches, is something that's very important as a coach that I didn't realize when I was first a new coach. And then once I did realize it, and once I did kind of snap into it, that's when coaching really started taking off for me. And that is having confidence. And really why this is important is because if somebody is not confident in you, in what you're representing, in your belief in what you're doing, I mean, if you guys watch the day 1 video, it's not what you're selling, it's how you're presenting it and how much you believe in it. It's your belief in it. And if you're not projecting that to somebody, if they don't feel that from you, they're not going to believe it, and they're not going to want to put their money into something that they don't feel could work for them. So you really just have to change your mindset. And I know this sounds crazy, but you have to decide you're going to be successful. Because I think that's really what sets apart coaches who are like, I kind of want to do this, as opposed to coaches who are like, no, I'm going to freaking do this, and I'm going to rock at it. No matter how many times I fall down, I'm going to get back up. Because it's, like I said, it's easy to get frustrated. And if you know this is something that you want to do, this is something you want to make something out of, if you have that belief in yourself and that confidence, then you will do it. So you have to decide that you want to be successful and that you will be successful. This requires staying positive, even through the hard stuff. And that is why personal development is a vital behavior. So if you are not doing personal development yet, you need to be doing it every single day. Even if it's just 10 minutes a day to start off. I find that on the days that I really need it, I listen to Audible. I'll listen to it while I'm in the shower. I'll listen to it while I'm doing the dishes. I'll listen to it while I'm driving. That's what fits into my schedule, is listening to my personal development. But the point is that you need to be doing personal development, because you need to have that mental and emotional support coming from that personal development to give you that strength to be like, wait, I can do this. This is what everybody goes through. It really is. Hold on. I have somebody messaging me for the link for in here. So yeah, you have to have that belief in yourself, and you have to keep on doing your personal development so that you continue to have that belief in yourself even when you feel like quitting. You have to be eager to fail. I also know this sounds ridiculous. A lot of these things are going to sound kind of ridiculous, but they're true. And they're things that I've actually learned from my personal development and just from my experience as a coach. When you're failing, it means that you're learning. As long as you're taking away what you don't, if you fail, when you fail, it happens all the time. You have to actually analyze that situation. Like, what happened that I didn't succeed on this day? What can I do differently? And a lot of the times that actually can come from asking somebody, like, did I say something wrong? It's critiquing, whether you're critiquing yourself or you're posting a conversation in our coach group and asking, like, could I have said something differently? Or just getting some kind of feedback, doing whatever you need to do to analyze whatever you failed at so that you can make the proper adjustments to try again. And if that time you fail, same thing, make adjustments, try again, make adjustments, try again until you figure out what works for you. Because what works for one coach might not work for another coach. Everybody's different. Everybody's personality is different. The way that we speak to each other is differently. So you kind of have to play around with what works for you. And you have to go for no. If you guys haven't read it yet, which I'm sure the majority of you haven't, there's a really good book. I can't remember what the author is or who the author is, but it's called Go for No. And it really shines a different light on hearing no, because you hear no all the time as a coach, all the time. I'm like all the time, especially the more people that you talk to. Darren Hardy, thank you. The more people that you talk to, the more you're going to hear no. Yes, you're going to hear yeses mixed in that, but you're going to hear no. So the mentality of this is, instead of going for a goal of how many yeses you're going to go for a goal of no's, because in all of those no's, you're going to hear yeses. The book explains it much better than I do, but either way, you want to go for no. It means that you're talking to people. It means that you're getting out there, that you're having conversations, that you're planting seeds, because not everybody who says no is going to forever be a no. A lot of the times, no just means not right now. So confidence has so much to do with your mindset. Along with that, you need to have an action plan. So this is coming down to the basics. So you need to be doing the 3 vital behaviors. You need to be posting on social media 3 to 5 times a day, especially if you're primarily social media based, which the majority of us are. We can expand our reach so much more on social media than we can face-to-face, because we just don't come in contact with that many people face-to-face as we do on social media. So by posting on Facebook or Instagram or whatever you choose to use as your main base, which I recommend Facebook to start off with, and then to branch out once you have that nailed down. But a lot of people are worried, like, well, aren't I going to bother my friends and my family with posting so much? Well, no, because you're not going to be, for one, there's Facebook algorithms. There's Facebook algorithms, which basically means that not everything that you post is going to be seen by everybody. There's a good book that explains that as well. It's called Jab, 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 Right Hook. That's by Gary Vaynerchuk. But not everything you post is going to be seen by every single person on your friends list. So that basically means that by the more you post, the more people are going to see it, and it's going to be different people that are seeing things too. Also, if you notice that somebody's like liking and commenting on your stuff, most likely they're going to see more of your posts than somebody who never does. That's why you tend to see people's posts in the news feed that you're commenting and liking on more so. And when you're posting, you also don't want to just solely post Beachbody fitness. Like, you're not one-track minded, you're a person. Don't forget who you are when you turn into a coach, because it's very easy to do. Believe me, I've been there and done that. But the majority of you have families. You have hobbies. You have other things that you do besides work out. You do not work out 24/7, like nobody does. So you don't have to portray yourself as somebody who is constantly thinking fitness, health, like nothing else. Like, you have a life, share it. Share your life. Share things that you're going through. Share how you're overcoming certain aspects. A lot of you who are following me or who have been friends with me have seen me talking about my separation, except you haven't really seen me talk about my separation. It's just talking about me going through something that's been difficult, and how I have been dealing with it, how I have been trying to make a better situation out of a shitty situation, basically. So you want to be sharing about your life, but you also want to mix coaching in there. 3 to 5 posts a day. You want to have a marketing plan. So this, as a new coach, you're basically going to be following mine. Mine is the first Monday of the month. Our new coach mentorship starts. Our 30-day support group starts. And on that same day, you're going to start advertising for the free group that starts the following week. That week is the free group, so it's 5 days long. And then during that, towards the end of it, that's when you're going to start inviting those free people to our next 30-day group. That's going to obviously start the following Monday of the next month. But you start advertising for that on this makes so much more sense when I'm looking at a calendar. You're going to start advertising for that on the third Monday of the month. And the third Wednesday of the month, we have a What is Coaching event. The first Wednesday of the month, we have a What is Coaching webinar. And so basically, there's always something to be inviting to. Every single month looks the same. And so that way you have a schedule going. You know what kind of things you should be posting in terms of the value that you're adding. If we're going to be running a clean eating group, posting more recipes and how clean eating has helped you and how you've cleaned out your fridge and blah, blah, blah. If you know what kind of group you're going to be running at certain parts of the month, you know what you can be posting leading up to that. You need to be inviting, obviously. This is one of the 3 vital behaviors. So there's, for everybody who doesn't know yet, it's personal development, being a product of the product, and inviting. So inviting, I know as a new coach, you're like, well, I don't have a lot of people to invite, but inviting as a newer coach really kind of means, inviting people into your life and then getting to know them, getting to know what their goals are. And then that's when you would extend an invite for whatever, free group, a challenge group, coaching, whatever you feel like they would benefit the most from. And you can also be inviting by making events. That's kind of a little bit later. I don't want to confuse you guys too much. You can invite through posts, like the live feed that I just did. I talked about the 3-day refresh, and I invited, even though I wasn't specifically talking to anybody specifically, I was inviting anybody who wanted to do it to message me so that we could talk about it. And it's really good when you're posting about these types of things to actually go and invite those people who are liking, or just, messaging those people who are liking or commenting on those posts. Along with inviting, like I said, is forming. So what forming means, it's family, occupation, recreation, and message. So that's basically how you talk to people. You figure out, like you talk to them about their family. You talk to them about what they do for a living, what they enjoy doing. And in all of that, you're figuring out how you can help them. That's kind of what I just went over with inviting. And I have to say, it's going to feel weird. You're going to feel uneasy, like it's not natural, and that's because it's not natural. You're just starting this. With experience comes confidence. When the way that I talk to people now is far different from when I was a new coach, and that's because I have talked to so many people that I kind of figured out what works for me to say, and how, like what a natural flow of a conversation goes like for me. Something that you guys should think about too is, just because you're a coach, like, don't forget how to have a conversation with somebody. Like, I've had so many people be like, well, what if somebody just messages me about like Beachbody? It's like, remember, you're a person, you have things to say. You have a conversation, you can have conversations. You don't have to specifically jump into Beachbody. It's very odd. Like, I rarely ever just talk to somebody about Beachbody. I mean, like, I really don't ever do that. And that's because you want to get to know that person. You want to be able to help them. This is helping people. And you can't help somebody if you just sell them something. We're not salespeople. We are building relationships to help people live healthier. So mindset, action plan, you need to stay consistent. I cannot stress how important this is. You really do reap what you sow. People are always watching, and I say that with complete confidence, and that is true. There's going to be a lot of times that you'll post and you're not going to get likes or comments like you thought you were going to. And especially in like down months where it's like holidays coming up and people don't want to spend money, you're going to feel like you're just talking to a wall, like nobody is there. But there are so many times that I actually get messages from people being like, I've been following you for so long, and I just want to say how like much of an inspiration you are. And I'm like, that's awesome. Who are you? Like, I don't, like there's a lot of people that know all about you because of what you're sharing, and you're inspiring them without even knowing that you're inspiring them. But you have to stay consistent in order to do that, because people are watching. So if you're not staying consistent, people notice. You might not think that people are noticing, but people do notice. And you're going to fall off their radar of whenever something clicks for them, or they're like, I want to get help. I need something in my life to feel better. If you're not staying if you're not staying consistent, you're not going to be that person that they're going to go to, because they're going to be like, well, they don't stay consistent. They're not working on themselves consistently. So how would they be able to help me? And often, if you're not staying consistent, people don't even know that you can help them. That's something that a lot of people kind of forget to do, is you're sharing about your journey, you're sharing about what you're doing, but you have to also share and mention like, hey, I can help you do this too. Because a lot of people have no idea. Like, just because you're working out doesn't mean that they know that you can actually help coach them to get the results that you're getting as well. Like I said, if you fall off the radar, people won't come to you. You're planting seeds. So this basically means, like, when you're talking to somebody, and like I said, there's a lot of people say no or not right now. But that person, when they are ready, because that's what's so important to remember, is that when somebody says no, it's because they aren't ready. Not all of us are in the same place in our journey. Not all of us are ready to get healthy. There's a lot of people that need to work on other things, need to work through other things. And once they finally get to that point where they're like, I need to do something, if you had planted that seed with them already, they're going to come to you because they know that they can come to you. So you want to be talking to people. Don't get discouraged when people say no. Just follow up with them later. Offer them free coaching. There's our accountability groups that they can still get support in, and they don't have to buy anything. It's just there to help people that aren't ready to actually make the investment into their health. And it's very, very important to follow up with people. Like I just kind of went over, a lot of people won't, like they might have seen something or something might have clicked in them, but they keep forgetting to message you, or they forgot that they had a conversation with you. It's really up to you. It's up to you having the initiative to remember to talk to them and remember to keep inviting that person, because I've had so many people that are like, no, 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 no. Yes, I'm ready now. And that's because I follow up with them. I make sure that I am staying consistent with knowing who I'm talking to, knowing what their goals were, and helping them whenever they are ready. So that's pretty much what I wanted to go over tonight. It is so, so, so important to be confident. I mean, like, even if you aren't confident right now, fake it till you make it. Pretend like you're confident. And when you are trying to pretend like you're confident, you're going to find confidence in that, because you're going to be like, yeah, shit, yeah, I'm like awesome. And you need to like feel that. That's why you need to be doing that personal development. And when you're having a really shitty day, just be like, all right, I need to back off. I can't talk to anybody today because it's not going to be good. And read more personal development. Seriously, when you're having a bad day, don't talk to people, because people can sense that. Just go and read some personal development, go work out, do something that makes you feel good, and then go back to it. Because if you're coming from a place where you're just like, I need to do something with this business, and if you're coming like not from a place of wanting to help somebody, but more of like helping yourself, because you're like, damn it, I need to do something. You just need to like back off and remember to stay confident. Remember to do your personal development. Remember to work on yourself. Don't forget that you are on your own journey. Don't forget that you are supposed to be working on your own health through this. That is like number one. That's the most important thing, that you need to be feeling good so that you can help others to feel good too. So if anybody has any questions, just unmute yourselves. I can answer anything, whether it pertains to what we just talked about or the upcoming groups.
I don't have a question, but I did want to let anyone know that was talking about this again, or thinking of getting the free 3-day refresh. It might get here earlier, but my shipping email today just said arrive by 2:11. So just so people know.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it might get here earlier. It has before when it's given me a date, but just FYI.
Huh. Yeah, usually if you order like a week ahead of time, it's fine.
Yeah, I ordered Sunday or Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little delayed.
Yeah, like I said, I'll let people know if it gets here earlier than that.
Yeah, okay. So moral of the story, if you want to do it, don't delay. Does anybody else have a question or anything to add? All right. So I will get the replay up of this. If you missed any of it, just go back. I'll post it in the group. And like I said, once I get that free group for the sugar detox created, I will post the link in our coach mentorship group as well. Remember to invite to it. Tonight would be a good night to post, and Sunday. Once again, just reiterating that. So everybody have a good night, and thank you so much for getting on. Bye.